They rise from the desert floor like geological impossibilities, the Great Pyramids of Giza. For 45 centuries, they have stood silent, watching humanity rise and fall. They are the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, but their sheer scale is so incomprehensible that it breaks the human mind to look at them. How could a civilization without the wheel, without iron tools, and without modern mathematics achieve such absolute perfection? The precision is terrifying. The Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy that we would struggle to match today without satellite technology. When faced with the impossible, we invent myths. For decades, we have been told that humans couldn't have done this alone. Theories range from survivors of Atlantis using lost sonic technology to levitate stones to extraterrestrial architects intervening in human history. It's an insulting premise. It assumes our ancestors were primitive and incapable of greatness. The truth is far more impressive than aliens. The truth is not about lost magic. It is about blood, sweat, bureaucracy, and an absolute, unshakable belief in the divine. Let's bury the biggest myth first. The pyramids were not built by slaves under the whip of cruel masters, as Hollywood told us. The archaeological evidence paints a radically different picture. We have found the city of the builders, and it changed everything we knew. These were not slaves. They were highly skilled, well-fed Egyptian citizens working off their labor tax owed to the state. Excavations revealed massive catering operations. They ate meat, prime beef, sheep, and goat every single day, a diet better than most of the ancient world. We even found their tombs nearby. They were buried with honor near the Pharaoh they served. Slaves are not buried beside kings. They worked in gangs with names like the Drunkards of Menkaure or the Friends of Khufu. There was pride in this work. It was a national project. So who built them? A workforce of perhaps 20 to 30,000 people rotated seasonally, working for 20 years. The logistics alone are staggering. It wasn't just cutting stone. It was feeding a city, managing supplies, and organizing transport on an industrial scale. They didn't have the wheel for transport. To move the 2.5-ton blocks, they used physics, specifically wetting the sand in front of massive sleds. This reduced friction by half. It turned an impossible task into merely a grueling one. It was human muscle amplified by clever engineering. The granite for the inner chambers came from Aswan, 500 miles away. They waited for the Nile to flood to float these monsters swiftly downstream. But knowing how they built it is only half the story. The real question, the one that haunts us, is why? Why expend this much national energy? To understand the why, you must forget the modern world. You must enter the mind of the Old Kingdom Egyptian. The Pharaoh was not just a king, he was a living god on earth, the bridge between the mortal realm and the divine cosmos. His survival after death was not just a personal matter. The continued existence of the entire universe depended on the pharaoh's successful transition to the afterlife. If the pharaoh failed to become an Akh, an effective spirit, Ma'at, the cosmic order of balance and truth, would collapse and chaos would swallow the world. Therefore, the pyramid was not a tomb in the way we understand it. It was a machine, a resurrection engine designed for a singular purpose. Its shape was intentional. It mimics the Ben stone, the primordial mound that first rose from the waters of chaos at the dawn of creation. It is also a petrified ray of sunlight, a ramp for the pharaoh's soul to ascend directly into the heavens and join his father, the sun god Ra. Inside, the architecture serves the soul. The Grand Gallery is a marvel of corbelled roofing, a soaring cathedral seemingly built for giants. And deep within lies the king's chamber, a somber red granite room containing a lidless sarcophagus too large to fit through the doors. But the most intriguing elements are the so-called air shafts. They are not for air. They are targeting systems for the soul. The northern shaft pointed directly to Thuban, the pole star of the ancient era, the star that never died, never set below the horizon. The southern shaft targeted the belt of Orion, associated with Osiris, the god of death and resurrection, the destination of the king. The pyramid was a launch pad precisely calibrated to shoot the pharaoh's soul into the imperishable stars, ensuring eternal life for him and stability for Egypt. So why did they stop? Why, within a few centuries, did the greatest construction project on Earth simply cease to happen? The answer is likely economic and theological. The Giza project likely nearly bankrupted the state. It was unsustainable. Furthermore, the priesthood of the sun god Ra grew in power. The focus shifted from the king's giant tomb to the sun temples of the gods themselves. And perhaps they realized the pyramids failed at their primary job, security. Despite all the granite portcullises and decoy chambers, they were robbed almost immediately. Later pharaohs took their tombs underground into the Valley of the Kings, trading visible grandeur for hidden security. Who built the pyramids? We did. Humanity in its Bronze Age infancy through supreme organization and shared belief. Why were they built? As a desperate, magnificent attempt to conquer death itself using geometry and stone. They are monuments not to alien technology, but to the terrifying power of human cooperation focused on a single divine goal.
And in a way, it worked. Khufu is gone, but we are still staring at his mountain 4,500 years later. He achieved immortality.